I have so many hilarious memories of dumb things I did in Pokemon as a kid. This is mainly because I was an impatient little child who would skip in-game text, and then get lost and have absolutely no idea what was going on. I mean, seriously, the amount of times I remember getting lost in Pokemon Leaf Green, and then throwing a massive hissy fit is insane. I feel so bad for my parents. Having to raise such a bitchy little child like that must have been tough. And not only would I get lost, but also get stuck on gyms because I was the kind of kid who would solo run with their starter and then get destroyed in gyms which had a type advantage. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I ever actually completed Leaf Green. I must have like rage quit or something. So yeah. And the sad thing is, that's only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to all of the dumb things I did as a kid in Pokemon. So I thought it'd be a fun idea to share some of my most cringy and embarrassing Pokemon experiences with you guys, purely for your enjoyment. So let's get into this magnificent video. So when I first got Leaf Green, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just pressing buttons and stuff would happen. And since I didn't know what a lot of the features were of the games, I did not know that there was a save feature. I did not know that you could save your game. So I'd like to say for about the first week of having Leaf Green, I did not save my game. Every time I'd finish playing, I would switch off my Game Boy and restart the next day. I think it got to the point where I'd leave my Game Boy charging overnight, and then that day, when I discovered the save feature, oh, it was blissful. It was so blissful. So, yeah, I didn't know that you could save your game in Pokemon. So you know the SSR in Vermilion City? Well, I thought that if you stayed on it long enough, it would actually leave the port with you on the ship and take you to some crazy new place that was like super rare. So this one time when I was a kid, I legitimately stayed on the SSR just waiting for it to leave. I'm not sure how long I would have stayed on it for, but it would have been a very long time. I'd like to say at least like over an hour, because I was so confident that the SSR would eventually leave and just take me with it to some magical place. But it never did, and I was very upset that day. Okay, so this one's probably my favorite one on today's video, but you know in the beginning of Fire Red and Leaf Green, where the dude in the Pokemart gives you a parcel that you're meant to deliver to Professor Oak? Well, I had no idea that you were meant to deliver it to Professor Oak. I must have just completely zoned out and just not read that text that told me what to do, so I was stuck. I had no idea what to do. I was lost. I couldn't progress in the game because I didn't know you were meant to go to Professor Oak. And I shit you not. I shit you not. This actually happened, okay? I'm not fucking with you. This happened. I had a Charmander as my starter, and I battled so many wild Pokemon that it evolved into a Charizard. I'm not joking. This happened. I had a Charmander, and I leveled it up all the way to a Charizard on that first route alone because I was stuck and I had no idea what to do. So this is another funny memory that I had, but you know Zapdos? You take him on the power plant? Well, when I went to take on Zapdos, firstly, I entered the power plant not knowing that I would encounter Zapdos. So I went up to Zapdos and I battled him, and then I realized that I had, I think it was 5 Pokeballs. I had 5 Pokeballs to capture Zapdos, and I really wanted this Zapdos. You guys don't understand, I wanted this Zapdos so much. So what happened was, I battled Zapdos, and I got it down to 1 HP. It would have been 1 or 2 health points. I got it down to such a low amount of health where you could barely see its health bar. And I started throwing Pokeballs, but I couldn't capture the Zapdos. And I was dumb enough to not just turn off my game and just restart. I didn't know that worked. So I never got Zapdos, and I was really upset. And to wrap up today's video, I have one more dumb thing I did in Pokemon as a kid, and I'm sure all of you guys can relate to this one. So this is probably hands down the dumbest thing I did as a kid in Pokemon, and that was resetting my game. I thought it would be a good idea to reset my game, and I lost all my progression, and then I just never I never played again. I just reset my game. I lost my beloved Blastoise. I'll never forget you, Blastoise. But I lost my Blastoise. And I decided to choose Charmander when I reset the game. And I don't think I think I just gave up. I never really got too far after I reset my game. And I'll never forgive myself for doing that. So that's hands down the dumbest thing I did in Pokemon as a kid. So that's gonna wrap up today's video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. This was just a quick little video that I thought would be really fun to do. So yeah, hit that like button down below if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you have not already. And on the screen there should be an annotation to one of my other videos if you want to go ahead and check those out. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, so bye.